Hi there, Greg, your friendly garden guy here at Willow Ridge Garden Center. Today we're talking about watering. It's the middle of summer, and yes, we have to water those plants or they will die, right? So, you got to be prepared. Water hoses are essential for outdoor watering, as well as us professionals, we use a watering wand. It has a shutoff valve on the end of it, and it has a water breaker so that you're not watering from a gush of water coming from a 1-inch or a 5/8 inch tube. It breaks the water up so it distributes the water evenly. So the watering hoses and the watering wands are essential. For moisture, if you don't know when to water, it's a hard question for me to answer when people say, well, how often do I water? Well, it differs from plant to plant and from place to place how often you water. The main thing is you want to keep, most of the time, those roots need to be moist. They can dry out in between waterings and then re-moisten them. A lot of times people think that when we have these strong summer showers that they can count that as a watering. If it's a shower during the middle of the day, even though it can produce a lot of water in a small amount of time, that water generally does not get down to the root system. It just dissipates along the surface of the earth, okay? If it's a slow overnight soaking rain, you can count that as a watering. As a rule of thumb, generally we water 2 to 3 times a week for plants that are in the ground, especially newly plants trying to get established. Now, if you've got containers, there's a couple of things you can do. A moisture meter will help you decide when the plant is dry and when it does not need water. So moisture meters are cool, especially for container plants. Also for container plants, you can use our Plant Nanny. This turns ordinary plastic bottles into watering reservoirs that slowly release water into the soil. If you want something a little more decorative, we have the Plant Quencher. You fill these little bulbs up with water and you poke them down in the soil. Again, they will slowly release that water down into your plant, quenching the thirst. Also, watering cans are essential if you have hanging baskets or containers where you aren't being able to reach the hose or don't want to drag your hose. Watering cans, and you can get watering cans that are fashionable. Look at this flamingo or the little duck. We have nice metallic ones. These are great for adding a little fun to your watering chores. If you have those newly planted trees and you don't want to leave your hose running for a long period of time on those trees to really get them saturated, we have the Do Right slow release watering tree bag. These can water your tree with lots of water without you having to be there. You fill the bag and forget it until the next time you have to water, usually again about 2 to 3 times a week during the hot period of the summer. So again, to recap, we want to keep our plants hydrated during the summer months, and it's not a scientific way of figuring out when to water. If the plant is dry, it needs water. If the soil is dry, it needs to be wet. This is Greg at Willow Ridge Garden Center. Thank you.